When I'm in the ring, they call me the king. I think I'm becoming like Pacquiao. I'm thinking like Manny, we coming in handy. We giving you something to chat about. I'm here to bring in the bag. Whoa. I never live with a mask. Whoa. I wouldn't come in the ring because I will go in with a wicked attack.
Kumusta mga Lodi? Ito ang Boksingero TV channel. Bagong updates na naman tayo sa ating pabansang kamao, Manny Pacquiao. Ayon sa batikang commentator at boxing analyst na si Kinito Hinson, si Pacquiao daw ay posibleng babalik sa ibabaw ng ring kung siya'y matatalo sa kanyang pangarap na maging presidente ng bansa sa susunod na taon. Dagdag pa niya, ang isang boksingero ay hindi binabasihan ng edad kung alam nitong kakayanin pa ng kanyang katawan na lumaban muli.
Last time we spoke was before the supposedly Pacquiao Spence fight. And, you know, we already know what happened, the replacement and all that. And now Manny Pacquiao has already announced his candidacy for president in the upcoming elections. Just one question lang, Dito, do you think he's coming back? Because a lot of people are saying that, oh, we don't know what's going to happen in the elections for sure, right? But people are predicting that if he loses the polls next year, well, he is bound to actually return to the ring after that. Your thoughts regarding po?
You know, everything is a possibility. Senator is 42 years old. Oscar De La Hoya is coming back. Floyd Mayweather, he's always around. Evander Holyfield came back, but he got blown away. These days, age doesn't seem to matter any longer in professional boxing. If you still feel the hunger, and if you feel that you can still display your best A game in the ring, you'll do it. You know, it's the most difficult thing for a boxer to stop boxing, because you know that's his life. It's a boxer's life. And for Senator, he's got his dreams, and he's got his feelings about wanting to help our country grow. So I mean, more power to him. I think as far as his boxing career is concerned, nobody's going to be able to match what he has done. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records for sure, for winning world titles in 8 divisions, being a champion in 4 decades. Nobody's ever been able to do any of those two things. But again, in answer to your question, in the eventuality that he loses the presidential race, yes, I think he will come back. I think, you know, in that situation, he will want to be in a position to continue to give honor to our country. And if he feels that he can continue to do that by fighting in the ring, he will. I think, you know, he felt that he wasn't 100% when he went up against Ugas, because in that fight, you know, quite confidentially, he whispered to me that as early as the second round, he already felt cramps. And I was commentating that fight, and after the second round, I think it might have been after the second round or the third round, I noticed that Manny didn't sit down right away. And you know, I mentioned it, but I told myself, why? Maybe because number one, he really didn't seem tired. But you know, it didn't occur to me that maybe meron siyang iniinda. Maybe there's something about his legs that if you sit down, you know, you'd rather stand up and sort of flex and stretch your legs a little bit, because if they're cramping, then yun ang gagawin mo.
Yes.
And then in between, is it the fourth, or between the third or the fourth, or the fourth or the fifth rounds, Buboy came inside during the timeout and started to massage his legs. He wanted to do that a lot more, but pinagbawal siya ni Freddie Roach. Kanya nagkaroon ng konting alitan between Freddie and Buboy, no? Because of that. Si Freddie naman was saying, masyadong loud si Buboy, na parang hindi na naririnig ni Manny yung mga instructions niya. So, you know, it was not a very good situation in the corner of Manny during that fight. I think that's something that will have to be resolved if and when Manny returns to the ring. But he wasn't at his best. Manny wasn't also at his best when he fought Mayweather. Remember, starting the fourth round, he actually had a torn shoulder, rotator cuff, that he had surgery for. So he fought Mayweather starting the 4th round with just one arm, and he went the distance. And some people said he might have even won. So there's a lot of things that Manny will still need to prove to himself and to the world. That number 1, he can beat Mayweather. Number 2, he can beat Yordenis Ugas. So you'll never know. Whatever the decision is of Manny, you can be sure that his decision will be based on not just himself and his personal ambitions, but also, more importantly, whether his decision to continue fighting will be for the honor of our country. And that's what makes Manny Pacquiao so different and so admirable, because he's really a very selfless person, and he does things more for our country than for himself.
Sa ibang linya naman tayo, the Filipino Flash Nonito Donaire. Simula nung nagkaroon ng YouTube channel kasama ang kanyang asawa, tinatawag na Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Rachel. Noong September 25, 2021 ang umpisa, ay tila dumadami na ang guest nito. Isa na dito ang Bigatin at isang half Filipino at dating sikat na wrestler na si Batista, also known as Batista. Naging masaya ang kanilang kwentuhan, lalong-lalo na tungkol sa mga tattoo sa kanyang katawan ng dating wrestler.
Well, they're wondering what your next tattoo is. Well, I mean, is there anywhere that's not
Is there any
tattooed?
more room?
No, it's not. There's not that much room.
In the butthole. In the butthole.
I'm gonna tattoo on my butthole. I'm gonna get a tattoo on my butthole of a butthole.
There you go, guys. A butthole to the butthole. That's it.
I might even just get the word butthole. That'd be my next tattoo. I'm actually gonna get more dog tattoos, and I'm saving a spot on my right thigh. Me and a buddy of mine named Tony are gonna get these matching kind of Bushido samurai tattoos. They're pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I got a little bit of space here and there, but not much. I'm also opening a tattoo shop in Tampa. I'm opening a
I
shop.
heard about that. Plug that. Tell people where it is.
It's it'll be on it's on Kennedy Street next to across from the University of Tampa, and in Tampa. But it's so we're doing the build out right now, and we're looking for artists. So if you guys know any artists who need like homes, that's the problem. Is most really great artists they're already locked in at a studio, or they're just on their own. So we're trying to find like real undiscovered talent. So if they're looking for a home, man, we want them, but we're looking. We got about 7 spots we're trying to fill.
And when is it opening?
We're going to shoot for late January. We've got like a 3-month rent-free build out, and we'd like to be up and running before our rent-free period is done, so we can just start generating some money. So, but yeah, I'm excited about it. I've wanted to do this in a barbershop forever, and finally a buddy of mine said, let's just do it, man. Like, let's stop talking about it. Let's just do it. So we leased a spot, and here we're off to the races.
Hope Earl Iscarelia has a question. Hey, Dave, what is your first tattoo and when?
It's man, it might have been, it's like the early 90s or late 80s. It might have been late 80s, but it was it's always embarrassing to talk about. It was on my butt.
Are you serious?
We're back on the butthole.
It was on my butt, and I was still trying to hide it, and I don't want my dad at that point to see that I had a tattoo, and I just it was really this awful tattoo. I hate speaking about it. I got it covered in like 2006, 2007. But I swear to God, at the time, I just thought it was real tough, and I got a tattoo, and it was on my butt, and I regret it. Like a week later, I was like, man, why did I do that? So yeah. Next question.
Donaire has no tattoos.
Well, my mom, I wanted to put a tattoo, but my mom has always said, I don't want you to have the tattoo, so I don't have any tattoos because of that.
Oh, you're a good dude, man. Mama would whip that ass. Well, my mom had tattoos, so she was my influence. I grew up.
How's your mom?
Yeah, how's your mom?
No, she's real good. She's real good. She's still in San Francisco. You know, she's helping out homeless people and people with drug addictions. That's that's her mission in life. But my mom's all sleeved up. She's got a full leg tattoo. My mom got tattoos all over.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's a little different.
She's
Yeah,
doing good.
I had a little different upbringing. Yeah, she's great. She's great.
Oh my God. Glenn Rios wants to know how many times you visited the Philippines.
God, man, maybe 4 or 5 times, I think.
When was the last time?
Oh shoot, God, not in a long time. Was it after? Yeah, no, it was probably 2009ish, maybe 2010. I don't think I've been there for a film, but I used to go there a lot for wrestling. When I was wrestling, I went there a lot. So it's
Would
been a
you
long
do
time.
something for a film? Because Nonito had this. Who was it? Was it you that there was like this script that we were working on, and Dave was going to be the bad guy, or was Dave the good guy?
Why I always have to be the bad guy? Actually, I like being the bad guy.
Why can't I be a bad guy?
Yeah,
I'm the little guy, mastermind, my mastermind,
mastermind.
You should just be the bad guy in the back that's like,
Yeah.
I can see you do that.
You can.
Yeah, with like.
But I want to cry like Dave, I just want to start crying too,
You already did a movie where you cried.
My lips quivering.
I was supposed to go there a couple of years ago. There a years ago. There was like a big international like car show or something that was going to be there, and I can't remember what happened, but it got canceled for some reason. But I always lobby to go there for like films and whatever. I love going there.
You would probably, if you were to model on the cars, you would probably crush the car.
No, you're probably bigger than the car.
Yeah, I've done that before though. It's always a good time. I did it for Bond. They sent me out with like Range Rover and the Jags, because I drove a Jag in the car in the film.
Nice. Byron's asking who inspired you to come in, to become a WWE superstar.
Poverty inspired me.
Doesn't poverty inspire a lot of stuff,
So it wasn't anybody. I wasn't inspired to go into wrestling. I was just broke. I mean, there's no glamorous answer. I was broke as hell, and I just had nothing. I didn't have, I had no education. I dropped out of high school. I was bouncing. I didn't have any skills, but I was big, and I was very athletically, capable. So I gave it a shot, and I went into this tryout. They were having open tryouts. We had to go, and you had to pay like a few $100s to try out. And I went to it and paid my little $300. And I swear to God, like that same day, they just ran me into the ground, took my $300 and said, "Get out, you'll never be a pro wrestler." And so I was sat on that for about a week, and I was just pissed off. And then I just started calling people. And then I called, my buddy, Jonathan, you guys know Jonathan. He called WWE for me and said, "Are you guys having tryouts?" He said, "No, but we can, recommend a camp for you to go and train at." So I went and started training with Alpha, the Wild Samoan, and he trained me for about a year before I got a contract with the WWE. So basically, fuck that guy who told me I'd never make it.
Exactly, right?
In short.
Look at me now. That's right. Look at me now.
Exactly. Okay, one more fan question, and then you guys are playing 3 rounds. Cheryl's asking, what is your favorite Filipino dish?
Oh, it's easily adobo. I'm so generic.
At kay Donaire, yun ang kanyang adikain. Para lahat ng Pilipino pagsamahin. Sang bigis, sang dikit, sang lahi. Para kahirapan ay mabawi. The Philippines